Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1. We've got audio. Hey guys, I'm just waiting for a few more people to get the live notification. Hello, I'm live. All right, guys. Looks like notifications are going out, so we will get this show on the road. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we are live, Grundy County Fairgrounds, Morris, Illinois, for the Diamond E Horse Sale. Going to be happening here tomorrow, guys, and it is a stacked set of horses. I mean, a catalog now. So I thought I would hop on here, dual purpose live this afternoon. Number one, want to see what we got for audio and video. So far, so good. I'm liking what I see. And secondly, just to kind of go over what all's going on here tomorrow. And most importantly, for those of you watching on Diamond E and who may be new to this online bidding platform, we're going to go over how to navigate the online catalog, how to bid online, all the good stuff. So again, Grundy County Fairgrounds, Morris, Illinois. For those of you who aren't quite sure, we're not that far from Chicago today. Skeeter Erman's sale, a great set of horses. Skeeter has really pulled out all the stops. We have got them from the littlest to the biggest, everything in between, show horses, performance horses, prospects, trail horses. I mean, it's a really good selection. Arguably one of the stoutest selection of horses that you're going to find in a catalog sale. Appaloosa people. I know I have a lot of Appaloosa friends on my personal Facebook, and you guys probably know Skeeter. He owns MA Thunderstorm, very well-known App Stallion. He's a huge supporter of the Appaloosa Horse Club, and as such, we have got a great little session of Appaloosas selling here tomorrow. Thank you, Kara. Super excited. Should be a very strong sale. So a really good group. Show, like I said, show horses, paints, quarters, apps. And then there's the non-stock breeds too. There's Friesians and gypsies, cute little donkeys, mules. We got it across the board. Got you covered. So what you're looking at now, obviously, is the ring. And again, because we are at the fairgrounds, so we're in like an open-sided building here. So as you can see, the sun may be a little bit of an issue for us. I kind of like this. I think you guys are going to be able to see everything okay. I will adjust the camera as needed tomorrow to make sure you're getting the best view of the horses. I want you to see the whole ring. I want you to see them up close. And hopefully the sun coming in isn't going to obstruct any of that. If we find that to be a problem, I will shuck the camera around until we get it just as good as we possibly can. So let's talk about the schedule and stuff for tomorrow. Lots of horses are already here. In fact, I'm gonna venture a guess and say the bulk of the horses are already on site. There's a nice big arena outside behind me. Everybody's out riding around, warming their horses up. A really cool set. I'll try to get you some live video throughout the afternoon and again tomorrow morning. So if you're in the area, I would encourage you to come down, watch these horses work, talk to the owners. Awesome, Ginny. We'll see you tomorrow. Come talk to these owners. Come put your hands on these horses. Check them out. See what you think. Like I said, really deep set of horses and something to definitely be proud of. So the schedule for tomorrow, things are going to kick off at 10 o'clock. We're on Central Time for those of you watching from out of the area. So Central Time. It is currently, what time is it? 2:19 where I am. So 10 o'clock tomorrow, going to sell trailers and saddles. And I think there's like a bobcat potentially. I do have those items currently situated for online bidding, which I hope we'll be able to do. If they sell them from the auction block, then I absolutely will be able to. If they're going to sell them outside by the trailers, that could be a little dicier. So if you're truly interested in absentee bidding on one of the horse trailers or any of the large pieces of equipment that are in the online catalog, definitely send me a message. We'll see if that we, make sure we can make that happen for you, whether we're able to do it live or not. Yeah, that you're only seeing a part of the seating. There's a good. I don't think you'll need to bring chairs. Kaylee, I'm sorry, Kaylee or Callie. I'm probably butchering your name. No, there's plenty of seating. Plenty of seating. There's bleacher seating. There's lots of chairs, and there's a ton of chairs they haven't even put up yet. So, no need to bring your own chairs. Jackie. I mean, people are here now, and they're going to be here pretty late. I think. I don't think it's going to be, like a specific cutoff time. It isn't like a specific preview time. A lot of these guys, I mean, they are going to want to go eat and all that stuff. They're bathing their horses and getting things ready now. But definitely, if you're in the area when you get off work tonight, I would definitely swing by. There'll be plenty to look at for sure. So again, 10 o'clock, trailers, saddles. And as you can maybe see on part of the screen there's some cow hides, calf hides. I think there might even be some goat hides there, and maybe a couple of head stalls. But that's it. We're not doing a big tax sale. We don't want this to drag into the, late hours. Yeah, minimal tack. Like I said, trailers, saddles, some hides and whatnot, cooler pieces. And then we're going to move right into the horses. I know the way that we advertised was that the horses would start no later than 11. We're still going to shoot for that, but we got to be a little flexible with these things. So it could be just a tick later than 11. So don't stroke out if at 11:01 we're not live. Okay, just means that we had a little bit of a delay. Sometimes there's a few more saddles than we anticipated or what have you. But we're looking for an 11-ish start time on the horses. So that's the schedule. I believe there's 147 head consigned. So that's that. There will be printed catalogs here available. I know a lot of people have asked that. So there will be printed catalogs available here. And there is an online catalog. And so we're going to go over the online catalog now, how to navigate it, and all that good stuff, how to find what you're looking for, how to print that online catalog if that's something you want to do ahead of time so you have it in your hot little hands with notes from home. You can do that. And then we'll go over the online bidding, how to register, how to bid, all that jazz. For those of you watching on my page or on Horse Auctions USA, you guys can probably recite this rote and verse by now. But for a lot of you over on Diamond D, this might be new. So I'm going to try to make it really simple and helpful. Again, my name is Bridget. I'm going to put my contact number in the comments at the end of this video, and I'm going to tell it to you a few times. So, you won't be hung out to dry. I'm going to get you some resources to help you if you run into a snag. So what I'm going to do right now is change your view. So you're not going to look at the ring anymore. You're going to look at my computer screen. Give me just a second to make that happen. Let's see here. And just like that, now you're looking at what I'm looking at. So let's go over here. So you have two different ways to view the online catalog and to bid online. If you're going to be using your cell phone, a tablet, any kind of mobile device, I'm going to encourage you to use the Horse Auctions USA app because it is specifically designed for mobile devices. It's super user-friendly. The overwhelming majority of my users that have this app find it very easy to use. If you are not super comfortable with the fancy smartphone that your kids made you upgrade to, if you're not at all tech savvy, you can work this, I promise. It's not hard. Some of my least tech savvy friends can, in fact, operate this app all by themselves now. So it's super easy to use. It's free to download. It's available to you in both the App Store and the Google Play stores. So in order to get that app, you're going to open the appropriate store for your phone. If it's an iPhone or an iPad, you're going to go to the App Store for Apple products. And if you are on an Android, Samsung, etc., you're going to go to Google Play. In this search bar, you're going to type Horse Auctions. There's an S at the end of Auctions, USA, and you'll see this is our little logo, and that's going to pop up, and you'll click Get or Install, depending on your store, and you're off to the races. Alternatively, on the device that you want to put it on, you can go to horseauctionsusa.com, and if you just click on our app, it'll bring up this page, and you can download directly to your device from this page. So that's an option too. And once you've got it loaded, this is what it looks like. Pretty snifty, okay? For those of you who don't want to use the app or are going to be on your computer, you guys are going to go to the website. I am in Edge right now just because I'm broadcasting from Chrome. I recommend that you use Google Chrome simply because it tends to be the most up-to-date browser. But having said that, this will work in any browser. Safari, Chrome, Edge, what have you. Whatever your heart desires. In the address bar, you are going to type bid, B-I-D, like you're placing a bid, and then a period, Horse Auctions with an S, USA.com, enter. So whether you are on the app or you are on the computer, the rest of this is pretty much going to be the same with the exception of how things are laid out. When you first open your app or you first go to this website, it's going to bring you to our landing page. As the name implies, Horse Auctions USA, that's what we do. We're all over the place. So you're going to see lots of sales all over the country. But the one we care about this weekend is right here, and that is Diamond E Horse Company. And it will be the very first one that shows up. If you're on the computer, it's going to show up over here, top left. And if you're on the app, the sales display vertically, it's going to be right here. So either way, you're going to click View Auction under the Diamond E Horse Company horse sale. What that is going to bring up for you is a little index, if you will, of the consignments. Here they are. So you can kind of scroll down through. And again, this is an index. I've had people kind of get hung up here and be like, well, I can't really see anything. Well, this is just a little preview, little tidbit. See what strikes your fancy. So that's what this is over here. So you can kind of go down through here, and when you see one that you kind of want to know a little something about, then you can click on it. Okay, so that's kind of how we navigate down through. I want to go to, let's go here. So let's say I like the looks of this guy, which I do, Presidential Impulse. He's hip number 22. See how it says video here and video? That's just to let you know, hey, this horse has a video. Some of these guys have videos and no picture, and it'll have a little icon that says, hey, this horse has a video, and it says video in the heading too. All right, so let's go back up here to Presidential Impulse. I'm going to click on him. That brings up his listing page, right? So here's all of his information, his picture, his first thumbnail, and if they have a video, it will be the second thumbnail. So you just click that second thumbnail, and it is going to bring up the video right there in the browser for you to watch. If they have additional photos, those are going to show up as well, right? Watch him go around. Cute horse. And then additional photos. If we've got a picture of their papers, that'll be there. And then their actual screenshot of their catalog listing, if you will, just to kind of make things a little bit easier for everybody. So that's kind of how you navigate things. Once you're signed into your account, which I'm going to go over in a minute, you see there's a star. You can star your favorites, kind of make a little wish list, etc. So like I said, you can just kind of scroll on down. This mare I've seen in person. There's no picture on this earth that could do her justice. She's a knockout. I do mean a knockout. Oh my goodness. Definitely a need to see in person kind of horse. So as you can see, this is a team, super cool team. They ride and they drive. I know where they've been their whole lives. They were dearly loved by ranchers out in Gordon, Nebraska. Yeah, what a pair they are. Definitely some to watch. Like I said, really cool set. Really, really cool set of horses. So you can kind of scroll down through. If you're looking for something very, very specific, you can absolutely use this little search glass and type it in. Although I am going to recommend that you just scroll through, because it's not like you've got 1,000 horses to look through, right? There's like 147-ish. So I would scroll, but you can use the search bar and type in a keyword if you're looking for something very specific. Lot 0 is the very first lot that you'll see. That is both a practice lot and a sale information lot. So this one, when you click on it, is going to have all the basics about the sale. Got Skeeter's phone number right here. It's going to give you kind of all the, the important things that you need to know about bidding. My contact information is on here, all that good stuff. The other thing that this lot is, just as the name implies, it's a practice bidding lot. So for those of you who are new to our online bidding platform, this is one of those where you can just go hog wild, have at it, no harm, no foul. Okay. So let's talk about how to register. You'll notice under each and every horse, it says register to bid. Well, that's how you register to bid. Doesn't matter which horse you click under, one horse, any of the horses, whichever one you pick, doesn't matter. It's going to register you for the wholesale. So we'll go ahead and register under the practice lot. So you click register to bid. Now, this is important, guys. If you've never, ever, ever had an account with Horse Auctions USA, you are not going to put your email and password in here because you don't have an account, right? The system is going to be like, who are you? We don't recognize that. So if you're new, you're going to go down here to no account, sign up here. And that's where you're going to put in your first, last email and pick a password. Make sure that's checked and then click continue. If you've been with Horse Auctions USA before, but maybe for a different auction, whether it was Interstate Regional Stockyards, Ocala Horse Sale, whatever, Mize Horse Sale, any of them. If you've ever had an account, you guys are just going to sign in with your email and password. If you forgot your password, you can reset it. And if all else fails, you can call me and I will reset it for you. So once you do this, it's going to have you, the next screen will have you put in your address, your phone number, and now this is very important. It's going to have you put in a credit or a debit card. Now, I want to go over this very clearly so it will hopefully save us some phone calls. I have to make sure that whoever is bidding on the other side of this is a real person over the age of 18 with a valid payment method. Because, yes, sadly, we are subject to scammers just like the rest of the world. And so, unfortunately, I have to do a pre authorization on the card you register with because we have to protect the sale company as well as my company. So, when you put your card in, there's going to be a $500 pre authorization placed on that card. Please do not clutch your pearls and have a stroke. It is not a charge. You're not getting charged to register to bid. It's a pre-authorization like when you rent a car, reserve a hotel room, etc. It's going to go on there like a pending charge, right? And if you have a mobile banking app, you're probably going to get a notice that you got a pending charge. Take a breath. Click on your banking. You'll see it's pending. It's going to fall off and go away like it was literally never there, like it's going to vanish. Sometimes I have people call me, they're like, oh my God, it's on here 2 and 3 times. It is literally not. If you actually get in there, it might show it a couple different ways. At the end of the day, it's doing a $500 pre-authorization and then it's jerking it back. And how your mobile banking app displays that is entirely dependent on your bank. But the point is, I'm not taking $500. I promise I'm not. Just putting a hold on it so we make sure that we're good to go. And like I said, it will fall off immediately on my end at the end of the sale. When it reflects on your end is entirely dependent on your bank. It's usually the next business day. Sometimes it's Tuesday. Okay. So again, I have no control over when it shows on your end. Please know that I release it immediately on mine. You do not have to make final payment with that card. In fact, Diamond E has no access to your card information. Only Horse Auctions USA does. And you need to pay for your winning bids directly to Diamond E. So you can pay cash or check at pickup, providing you're picking up before noon on Monday. Otherwise, you will need to give them your card and they'll need to run your card. So again, you'll be in touch with Diamond D at the end of the sale to pay for all of your winning bids. I'm sorry, there's race cars. If you hear some noise in the back, that's what that is. So let me go ahead and get into my bidder account so we can talk about how to bid. Oh my goodness, the race cars are a little loud. So sorry, you guys. Okay. So now I'm logged into my bidder account. And you can see a couple of things have changed. My name is now displaying up here in the upper right-hand corner. And it now, instead of saying register to bid, says bid. Do you want to place a bid? Okay. So that's how I know that I'm logged in. I'm going to strongly encourage all of you to get into the habit of as soon as you open the app or as soon as you go to the website, make sure that you see your name there and that you're logged in and that you see bid here. Because you don't have to be a registered bidder to watch this sale live tomorrow. And I have had people in the past who want to bid live and they're all excited, and they're ready to go. And they get on the live feed and they forget to log in. And their horse comes in and they go to bid. Oh, but you can't bid because you're not logged in. And I'm going to tell you something. Auctions are fairly fast paced. I mean, we won't go crazy fast tomorrow, but it is still pretty rapid. If you're not logged in and you want to bid, the odds of you being able to get back out here and log yourself in and get back to the live feed in time to bid are slim. So just make sure when you first get on that you're logged in. And again, I am so sorry. I don't know how loud the race cars are for you guys on your end. I am so sorry. But yeah, the racetrack is kind of just over yonder. All right. So when you're watching tomorrow and you want to bid live, right? So you're logged in, you're good to go. You're going to click on this, your first one, click view live, which we're not live right now, obviously. So when we are live, this is going to pull up the video here and you'll have real-time audio and you'll hear me yammering on all day about the horses, just like you hear me now. And you will have this bid button available. Now, I know some people have difficulty following an auctioneer. If that applies to you, you're not alone. You got a lot of company there. Okay, guys? So if you have trouble following an auctioneer, don't worry. My job is to keep up with the auctioneer, and I listen to him every weekend. So the number that's here is the amount he's asking for. So if you're like, I'm not sure what he's saying, don't worry about that part. The number in front of you, that's the number you need to be worrying about. You'll hear me reading about these horses just like you hear me now. So don't get too hung up on the auctioneer's chant. Like I said, that bid that he's asking for, that'll be the number reflected here on your bid button. Okay. So when you go to bid, you're watching live, right? And so he's asking for 2,000 and you want to bid. You click bid, right? See how it says confirm bid? You need to click a second time to confirm your bid. Okay, make sure you click twice. I'm going to show you what happens so you know that you're for sure the bidder. Bam. Oh, I've been outbid. See that? Another bid was just accepted. So somebody else has placed a bid. I'm so glad you guys are using this so we can do it. So I'm going to bid again and I'm going to confirm my bid. Oh my God, and I'm still outbid. Whoever placed it. So I'm going to keep bidding because I really would like, I really want this practice lot. Whoever placed their max bid placed a big one. I'm just going to keep going. I have no idea what it is. So I'm going to keep going till I can maybe knock them out. Let's just see. Well, I was really hoping it would. There we go. Okay, I've knocked him out. So, see I'm the high bidder now? Now there's no question, right? No question I am the high bidder. It is green. It's telling me I'm the high bidder. So when you're live, that's what you're looking for, okay? If it keeps doing what it was doing there, you're getting outbid. Either someone has placed a pre-bid, an absentee bid, which is what just happened and we're going to go over in a minute, or the floor is knocking you out, or another internet bidder is knocking you out. In either case, until you see it do this, you are not the high bidder, okay? And I'll be talking to you guys. I'll be like, Jim, you're in, Sandy, you're out, whatever, because I can see your names when you bid. So I'll try to keep you apprised of who I'm with. But again, it's going to tell you you're the high bidder. So that's how to bid live. Now, you may wonder why, if that, you have the option to bid now, even though we're not live yet. That's because you have the option of placing an early absentee or pre-bid. This is a really useful feature in a couple of scenarios. Maybe you have to work tomorrow and you can't watch and buy horses on company time because your boss frowns upon those activities. Fair enough. Maybe you have a family commitment. Maybe you just, for whatever reason, are going to be tied up and can't watch live. That's an obvious one. Less obvious, but just as important times that you might want to think about using this. Number one, if you own horses, you probably live in rural America and not downtown. If you live in rural America, you might struggle with internet reliability, right? Maybe your internet isn't super speedy at the house. If that is the case, live bidding might not work so well for you, and here's why. We've got pretty good speeds here. That's why I'm on here testing it today. Pretty good speeds. We're right in town. There's no delay and no lag on my end, none whatsoever. However, I have absolutely no control over lag on yours. So if you are bidding from a place with poor internet connectivity, it could delay your bid coming in, and that could be problematic for you if you're bidding live. So if that applies to you, you might want to think about this option we're going to go over. The last scenario where I recommend you might want to think about this is if you find making big decisions under pressure something that is just far too taxing. Maybe this is a better choice for you. Buying a horse is a pretty big deal for the vast majority of people, right? It's a big purchase. Auctions, like I touched on earlier, our auctioneers are going to go fairly rapid, and I've had people just literally kind of freeze when we're live. And you know yourself, if you find stuff like that, like really taxing and it kind of makes you a little anxious, then maybe this is a better way for you to go, because you can kind of shop these horses ahead of time, read about them, watch their videos, etc., and kind of take your time making that decision. So again, maybe that's a good time to use it. For any of those scenarios, here's how we do this. So you'll notice next to the bid buttons, there's a drop down, right? That's to allow you to place a maximum bid, which is what apparently someone had done earlier, which is why I had to go all the way up to 10,250 to knock them out. So you click create max bid and you decide what the absolute most you want to spend is that you're comfortable with. I'm going to place a $12,000 max bid here, and I want you to see what happens when I do. Okay, you guys just watched me place a maximum bid for $12,000. Please note that I am still the high bidder at 10,250. Why is that? because once I place a maximum bid, the computer is now my agent. Right now, the computer has been tasked with making me the winning bidder for the lowest possible amount. So please do not be afraid to use that option, thinking that the computer is just going to wham bam slap you in there for the max. It's not going to do that. That is counterintuitive. Once you place a max bid, the computer's job is to work on your behalf. So it is not going to move my bid off 10,250 until it absolutely has to. Until one of you guys comes along and you place a bid for 10,500, it's going to slap me back in there at 10,750. It is going to continue to do that by the lowest possible amount until I am out. Okay? So don't be afraid to use that thinking the computer's going to grab that number and just put you in there. It is not going to do that. The other thing I want you to know about using that option is this. If you place a maximum bid here, a pre-bid on a horse, and that horse comes in and something is visible or announced that changes the information you had available to you. For example, they bring the horse in and they're like, by the way, he cribs at feeding time. Or that horse comes in and he's visibly lame. I'm going to take your bid out. I'm going to knock it out. I'm going to do what we call trash the bid. Because at that time, the playing field is no longer level between you and the floor, right? Now our floor bidders have information available to them as they bid that you did not have available to you when you placed your pre-bid. And that's not cool, and we're not going to do that. So if I knock your bid out, that's why I knocked your bid out. A lot of times you guys who've placed those bids are watching live, and I can see if you're live. So I'll say something like, Heather, I know you've got a bid in here. I'm knocking your bid out. I want to make sure you heard that this horse is a cribber. So I've taken your bid out. So now that you know the horse is a cribber, if you want to jump back in here and rebid, you absolutely can, okay? So there's nothing to prevent you from jumping back in and putting your bid back in if you're okay with the information that has been announced, okay? So that's why we do that. So just be aware of that. You absolutely can jump in and bid live, like if you have a maximum bid placed. And I have people who do that if they're not sure how things are going to go for them live, like with their internet or where their service is. You can place a max bid and watch live and jump in and increase it, in real time live, or jump in and increase your max. You can do those things when we're live tomorrow. So guys, that's just kind of a how to bid little blurb. I'm going to put this in a YouTube link, and I'm going to slap that link in this bidding lot. It'll with a big note, click here if you guys want to come back to it for reference. You can register to bid now. You can register to bid when we're smack dab in the middle of the sale, but I am going to encourage you to do it before we start. And the reason I say that is once we are live, I am up here reading pedigrees and running this computer, and I cannot answer my phone. So it's really hard for me to help you out. Hey, thank you, Lane. Thank you. Say hi to Facebook, everyone. Say hi, Facebook. Hey, everyone's here getting ready, guys. So yeah, like if you need assistance in the middle of the auction tomorrow, you're going to have to text me because answering the phone not going to happen. So I would encourage you to do it before. Again, my name is Bridget. The cell is 336-904-8903. Go ahead, get yourselves registered. Really good set of horses. Look forward to seeing everybody. And that's it. That's all. Definitely get on. I do want to go one more thing here. Get over on Skeeter's personal Facebook page, you guys, if you haven't already. I'll show you where to find that profile right now, because he has posted oodles of live videos and cool things for you to look at. I've got most of those put into links in the online catalog. But they've got, like, see here, here's a gentleman who's tagged Skeeter. So here's the profile you're going to want to look for. Okay, if you're not on there already, go on down there and take a look. I'm going to try, like I said, to translate those that I haven't gotten into links this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow morning. Most of them I've got on there. But in the meantime, kind of take a gander at that, see what you think. Thank you, everyone. Happy bidding and good luck.